we sing each year. But just because it's perennial doesn't make it less real. And I believe that you could be what I need to believe. I believe. Oh, it just keeps coming round again. It just keeps coming round again. The conclusion I need is easily reached with you. You have given me all and there's nothing left to do. And I believe that you could be what I need to believe. I believe. Oh, it just keeps coming round again. It just keeps coming round again.
And welcome, guys. Welcome to Monday night. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, we're perfect on that. All right. Let's turn that volume down. All right. So I don't know about you guys, but that video always gives me shivers. Every time I put that video on, which is that introduction, it's been a while since I've had put that introduction on. It always gives me shivers. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the music. But if anyone doesn't believe that Satan or evil exists, then they really do need a reality check, especially I do believe the Great Awakening did happen in 2020 with the whole fake pandemic, because there's a lot of things that have been exposed since the fake pandemic. So I do believe the Great Awakening has happened because more and more people are starting to be awake of a lot of things that are happening around the world. Obviously, with our leaders, the adrenochrome, the chemical trails that we never really thought about in the past, and our celebrities and world leaders. Obviously, I don't like calling them world leaders because they're not leaders, and I think you guys all know that. But anyway, welcome guys back to Monday nights. Like I said, we'll do the Monday nights up until I think the end of June when I get my son. Then it's only going to be Monday nights and Thursdays because everyone that's been following me, I don't.
Welcome back to Monday nights.
I don't do
It sounds like
the
that
I don't do the Thursdays, guys. To be honest with you, it's summertime, and the Thursday nights are usually with my son and stuff like that. Everyone that watches, I mean, one show a week is kind of tough for the people that love to hear the truth and common sense. But in the summer, it's I like to enjoy the summer. So anyway, you guys got me for two nights a week up until the end of June. Anyway. But starting now, guys, it's Monday nights instead of Sundays. Some people are saying that they like Sunday nights better than Mondays. I don't know. Maybe we can do, maybe it's up to you guys for the month of June. If you guys, I don't know, maybe do a poll. I think I know how to do a poll. I've never did it before. Maybe I'll do a poll on my Facebook wall, or if someone knows how to do it, let me know. And we'll see if you guys prefer Sundays or Mondays for the month of June. It's always going to be Thursdays up until the end of June. But anyway, I'll get to that probably tomorrow. If anyone can figure out how to do a poll, let me know, because I'm kind of curious what you guys think about Sundays or Mondays. But anyway, before we start the podcast, guys, we do the shout-outs to all you truthers out there, all you common sense people, you patriots, our American family, of course, our purebloods, our once upon a time purebloods. We do the shout-outs, and then we start off with the podcasting, go from there. We got an hour, 53 minutes now if I don't stop babbling on like an old lady at bingo. All right, so the first shout-out is going to Juanita. Can't post comments. Okay, how you doing, Juanita? And I'm going to show the comments here, guys, on my side here. I might as well use up these things that StreamYard give me. So how you doing, Miss Juanita, Vincent, brother from a different mother, Annette, Michelle, Anna Gallant, Nancy from St. Mary's. I don't get on very much, but I want to tonight so bad. All right. How you doing, Jim Morrison from Leduc, Nancy, of course, Greg. Michelle says, my heart all weekend was full of anxiety. I don't know. Why don't you share with us the anxiety you're feeling? I'm kind of curious. How you doing, Greg from Kingston? Welcome to the family, my friend. That's a newbie. Glad you put a comment out there so everyone can see. How you doing, Yolanda, Brenda Pryor, Debbie Kwan, Miss Carolyn, who else? Anne, Gilles Bourgeois, Mike Boom, of course. How you doing, Mole, Miss Carrie from Ontario, Judy Gold, Firebands, another Control Nancy, and will be many more. Oh, there's going to be all kinds of fires this summer, guys. You can guarantee. And speaking of fires and woods and stuff like that, guys, be careful. Be very careful on the situation on hiking and trails and stuff like that, because the governments and, of course, our corrupted government, there is a huge increase in ticks. There's no such things as ticks. Once upon a time, tick is something that wasn't anything that we really cared about. It wasn't noticeable a long time ago, not even a long time ago, 5 years. And now it seems like the new improved ticks are chasing people. I've seen videos of people that send me videos of ticks literally chasing people. Now, I've also seen videos with these boxes, I won't say steel boxes, but, aluminum boxes that are placed here and there. And someone sent me a message today from Nova Scotia saying that they've noticed a huge increase in ticks. So believe it or not, guys, it's in our communities as we speak, especially the people that live in New Brunswick. I know there's a lot of people in Ontario that are seeing it, but I'm finding a lot of small communities in Nova Scotia and New Brunswick we're getting hit bad with these things. I've had a gentleman that sent me a video that he was bit by a tick, and now he's allergic to red meat, and his face his face is literally covered in red blotches, and he is just looking at the camera going, what the hell happened? You know, I was normal a couple of days ago, and look at me now. And it looks bad, really bad. So anyway, how you doing? Brent McDowell from North Carolina. Yeah, it was a miserable, cold, long weekend. Popped my back Saturdays. Sorry to hear that. I didn't even know it was long weekend, guys. To be honest with you, I thought long weekend is next weekend. I didn't even know it was long weekend because, I mean, it snowed Friday here. How you doing, Dan Marsh? How you doing, Dan's here? I try not to sit. I try not to. It's just it's showing up on everything when scrolling one thing. I'm going to start looking up flowers and something, but I look it up, and no doubt they have some disease from the air. Funny. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is called fear mongering. You got to stop. You got to stop living in fear. All right, Michelle, because everything you see on Facebook is designed for fear mongering. That's why there's some people you shouldn't follow, and some people you should know with common sense who to follow. How you doing, Nick? Nick has been pretty busy in the woods today, doing a lot of, not today, but for the past couple of weeks, doing some logging, I think, and clearing out fields. How you doing, Wanda Bourgeois? That's a newbie. Haven't seen that name in a while or at all. How you doing, Matt Sawyer, Joel Dag, brother from a different mother. Who else? Pauline Bork, Miss Curly May, who sends me a bunch of stuff. Judy says, me either or any news, even our local news is BS. Don't watch news, guys. I mean, the biggest, one of the best advice I can give you, one of the best advice I can give you for free, all right, I can give you for free, is never, ever, ever put on the news whatsoever. Don't even think about it. I don't even care if there's nothing on TV. Never put on your news. If it was up to me, we'd be roasting marshmallows at every news station in the world. All right, to be honest with you, that's what the people need to do. When people are doing these circle jerk rallies and stuff like that, they don't need to do that, because nothing ever comes out of peaceful protest. So I don't even waste my time with that baloney. But it's if you want to do protests and do stuff, hold it outside of the news stations, hold it outside of the politicians' houses, make them fear you like they've been putting fear in us. That's the only way, right? And stop it with the peaceful stuff. Because I mean, at the end of the day, you're just circle jerking, you're wasting your time, you're wasting your money, and you're wasting your energy. So that's why I don't even bother with those. When someone says, hey, we're taking back our country, and it's not with bouncy castles, then, I'll be there. But until then, it's not happening. How you doing, Jen Gorelski, Mr. Eric Dale from Nova Scotia, Louis Leblanc. How you doing, Louis? What's this? Eric says 5G affects mine. There are already 2 fires up north. No doubt. I mean, there's fires in Alberta, dude, and we had a foot of snow last Friday. All right, just to let you know. So anyway, I got 2 ticks in him out on Salisbury. I'm worried about him. Like I said, guys, it's tis the season to watch out in the woods for the ticks. And what's the saddest part with the tick story is the fact that the animals, I watched a video which crushed me with the deer literally filled with, I don't know if it's hundreds or thousands of ticks. I think that's what affects me the most, is when these poor animals that are, because I'm a big animal person, when these poor animals are affected with human stupidity, those are the ones I feel sorry for. Not so much for humans, I'm sorry, but I don't have a conscience for humans anymore after what I've seen in the past 6 years. I mean, we'll just leave it to that. Now, the people that follow me, of course, I respect and have hearts for you guys, because you guys are common sensors. But besides that, I have no hope for humanity, especially people that vote Liberal. I have no hope for you guys, to be honest with you. And this is why I say it 1,000 times about the depopulation agenda. I don't blame the elites for the depopulation agenda. I really don't. I don't blame them for the population agenda. I just don't. What's the word I'm looking for? There's other ways to do the depopulation agenda. I just don't agree on how they're doing it. I mean, there's no reason to depopulate by killing people in vaccines, but there's a way to stop the population from growing, is what I mean by the depopulation. But I don't feel bad for people that vote Liberal or Democrats. I really don't. Matt says, I spent the last 3 days on the beach, fresh, salty air for the mental health. Man, as soon as summer comes, it's shoes off on the grass and walking around. But I don't know so much with the whole tick situation, guys. To be honest with you, it's kind of scary. It really is. And please don't, Jeff, use this spray, use that spray to get rid of the ticks. Anything, guys, it's just common sense. Anything you spray that's chemical is not good for you to begin with. That's just common sense, right? Anything that's a spray that goes in the air is not, it's not made for the body. They've been poisoning us for many years, for the last 30 years that I know for a fact. The last thing you want to do is be putting any kind of chemicals that, goes in your skin and gets into your blood system. The stuff that I learned being a paramedic and stuff like that, even though I don't believe in a lot of it, for the fact that, I mean, it's all a bunch of programming of how to save lives and stuff like that. There's one part that is good, and I believe, and there's some parts I get a laugh at, and I just shake my head. But anyway, I'm going to be one of those paramedics / firefighters that use common sense and not what they think and say to me, but how I'm going to use and do my knowledge on how to, protect and save people, which will probably get me in trouble, obviously, because you got protocols to follow. But we'll just leave it to that. How you doing, Miss Daphne? What's this? I'm sick of the fear porn. Got stuff to do. Yeah, don't worry about it. How you doing, Peter Peltier from Dieppe? That's a newbie. Glad you're from Dieppe. I'm from Dieppe. And speaking about Dieppe, because you just said it, and how you doing, Derek? Speaking of Dieppe, if that person, how you know, Miss Charlene? I'll be definitely coming to see you guys when I get back to New Brunswick. But something for the people that don't understand. So I shared this little thing on my Facebook wall. I only had one hatred person, which I blocked and delete, of course, because calling me a racist, and anyone that uses that word to me is just, you need a good throat punch to begin with. And I just block and delete. I don't even waste my time anymore. I mean, these people, the best way to get at anyone that insults you guys, the best way to, if anyone insults you in today's world about calling you racist and saying you're anti-vax and stuff like that, you just look at them and say, you just say, very plain as, how many vax have you taken? And that usually shuts them up. All right. How many vax have you taken? And I don't want to insult everybody that's vaccinated. Don't get me wrong, because there are some people that are vaccinated that got tricked, which I'm sorry to hear that you got tricked. I wish you would have been following me in 2020 when I was telling people, don't even think about it. Are you crazy? But some people got tricked. Well, I didn't want to lose my job. Well, I was a firefighter. I lost my job. I mean, I'd rather lose a job than have to wake up every morning wondering if this is the day that I catch myocarditis, blood clot, cancer, turbo cancer on top of that, dementia. I mean, you don't even understand. I have a cousin. That they sent me a photo of the other day. I didn't even recognize him. The guy's younger than me, and he's got stage 4 cancer, and he's in the hospital, and I didn't even recognize him. I mean, he looks like someone 80 years old. And the fact is that when he told me he was vaccinated, it broke my heart, because I knew there was no hope for him, because he was already on stage 4, vaccinated, and wasn't looking good. So it's like a miracle to try to help him with the ivermectin and fenbenzidol, and he was doing it, and then something happened that he wasn't paying attention, and then all of a sudden I find out he's in the hospital because something else happened. Anyway, it's sad. It really is sad that I'm going to lose a young cousin once again to the vaccines. But anyway, I put this picture up. All right. I put this picture up because this is in my little town of Dieppe. And I didn't get much hatred for it because the people realized, all right, this is a pageant that they held for multiculturalism and whatever bullshit that they have in Dieppe, which is, you got to see Dieppe. You can't get any dumber and more liberal, retarded people in a small town or what city, I hate to use the word city, than Dieppe, all right? And when they do shit like this and put shit like this, okay, this is liberal people see this. I want you guys to look at this picture, all right? When they put shit like this, okay, they see this. But Jeff Freedom, you know what I see? I'm going to show you what I see, okay? I'm going to show you what I see, guys, because I'm going to share it with you, what I see. Where are we? Right here. This is what I see, all right? You ready for this? This is what I see, okay? That's what I see in five years, all right? And I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these videos that are sent to me on a daily basis. Like I'm not even gonna put the volume because it's just screaming and screaming and screaming. This is what I see in 5 years in my town, okay? That's what I see, just to let you know. And no one is going to take that away from me because I don't care what anybody says. But you know what? It starts off as Africans, which they call themselves African Americans. That's how it starts off. All right. But trust me when I tell you that's coming to a town near you, especially in New Brunswick, with importing 135,000 Africans, which is the stupidest ideal. And the question I ask everyone, and it's funny, is everyone can talk about Pakistans and Muslims, Chinese, but as soon as someone mentions Africans and Black, it's the whole racist. Oh, you can't talk about Blacks. You can talk about Pakis, you can talk about Chinese, but please don't talk about Blacks because that just makes you racist. Bullshit. All right. It's the same thing. I'd rather talk about Africans and Pakis, not so much Chinese, even though I mean, there's nothing scary about Chinese, even though people are making Chinese sound so scary. They're 4 feet high, for Christ's sakes. And full of rice. But as soon as you mention African, you get the whole racist card coming out. And it makes me laugh. All right. I've been talking about this for many years, 25 years, 26 years. I've been talking about about Africans. And I don't care what anybody says. There is no way in hell that someone's going to tell me that 135,000 Africans coming to New Brunswick is not going to destroy our province. Nobody. Please, if someone can debate with me, come on my show. We'll talk about multiculturalism. We'll talk about immigration. We'll talk about the positives of immigration. Because there's nothing positive about immigration. All right. So anyway, I want to share that because obviously people will see that. I see, that picture and say, oh, how innocent. That's not, no. That's just a mind fuck. What I see, and sorry for the French, is what I see is hundreds of videos that are sent to me on a daily basis of what's happening. And trust me, it's all over the place. That you don't even want to see the videos that I shared with people going, check this out at a movie theater, check this out at a McDonald's, check this out at Popeyes, check this out like at restaurants it doesn't make any sense. So for the people of Dieppe, you are dumb. You can't get any more dumber than you people really are when you talk about that. And speaking of that, I want you guys to check this out. I was talking about it with our new military, what they're doing with third world people coming in our military, which are mostly Africans. Check this woman out because, it's just exactly what I said, but in a nutshell.
So Carney's on a huge push to boost our military, investing $6.6 billion. But yesterday's announcement was not to employ Canadians into the military. It's to put it out there and get the best and finest from all over the world. We're going to immigrate our armed forces. Why do we want a whole bunch of ground troops right away that aren't Canadians? What could we possibly be preparing for? I'm just going to leave this right here. Don't forget, the world is all about cyber attacks, satellites. It's a technology warfare. It's a tariff warfare. Why do we need boots on the ground? What does the government need to achieve? What are they getting ready for? I'm going to leave this right here.
So yeah, at the end of the day, we all know what's happening. There's no wars fought anymore with hand-to-hand combat. It's all done with drones and stuff like that. Brent says, what happened to Roland? I don't know, Brent, what happened to Roland? Do you know something I don't? Does anybody know what happened to Roland? I I think if you didn't watch my podcast before, Roland, the reason, Brent, the reason why I don't communicate, I guess, with Roland is when I was banned for 2 months, I sent Roland a message. I said, hey, Roland, I said, just to let you know, I'm banned from doing podcasts for 2 months. Is there possible, because I taught him how to do StreamYard. I got him on StreamYard. I told him how to do the podcast on StreamYard and how to do this. I spent many hours with Roland on how to teach him how to do StreamYard and showing videos and stuff like that. And Roland read the messages, but he never got back to me, and read the messages and never got back. I did about 3-4 messages and he never got back to me. So I was like, okay, I know how it is. So I left Roland to do his own thing. And then when Roland got banned, I thought he was someone that I could trust, and, you know, we could play, go back and back on, to be honest. But I mean, Roland left me high and dry, and, you know who your friends are when you're in the gutter, I guess you could say, right? So for me, that was a gutter moment for me, that I wouldn't be able to do a podcast for 2 months, and I found a way how to do it, but I had to do it on another account. But I mean, I thought he was someone I could trust, and obviously it wasn't that way. I don't see him on your show anymore. That's how I found you. Yeah, of course, the American family, Brent. That's how I got my American family, is through Roland, and that's how Roland got the Canadian families, through me. So to me, it was just kind of weird on how that happened. And I mean, I know Roland's got a lot of older people that watch him, and they're very Christian or Catholic and Jesus and all that. So sometimes when I swear, if you're in your 60s and older, which is mostly a lot of his followers, you know, kind of like, he's too unfiltered. And for me, I mean, that's the whole point. The whole point is to be unfiltered, because if you're just too nice, you're never going to get anywhere in this life, and you're never going to teach people. You don't even know how people used to message me and say, Jeff, you know, you probably get a lot more followers if you were just a little bit nicer. And I'm like, nicer? You can't be nice to people anymore, because after 6 years and you still have people that believe Mark Carney and the Liberal parties are doing good for you, and there's a virus going around, and you got to wear your mask, and just, it just doesn't make any sense no more. So for me, it's like, okay, Brent, you said I'm 76 and swearing's natural. Of course, yeah, exactly, it's natural. It really is natural. So it's not that I swear a lot. It's just the fact that I'm what's the word I'm looking for? I'm rough around the edges. You know, Archie Bunker, right? So I'm rough around the edges, and for a lot of his people, maybe they didn't like it. So either way, I mean, if I brought Roland on my show and I believed on what Roland said, and some people were following and didn't believe in Roland, thought he was kind of rough around the edges, but I believe Roland was perfect, I wouldn't care about the followers. I mean, to be honest with you, followers are followers. You're pretty much just like Trump says, you're cleaning the swamp and you're weeding out the weeds, I guess you say. And that's how I get a lot of people. I mean, I got 88 people following me now. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that's because, one, I'm shadow banned. Number two is the fact that I picture myself in a room with 88 people. That's a lot of people in a room doing a speech for, you understand? So I kind of like it. Michelle said, is there lots of jobs here? Yeah, there's tons of jobs here, Michelle. I mean, if you are a person that is living out east and you want a new kind of life, I moved to Alberta in a heartbeat. Judy says, I'm 80 and I swear a lot. Yeah, I mean, I'm Archie Bunker. Everyone knows I got 3 personalities. I'm Archie Bunker. That's when you see me swearing or being racist, that's the Archie Bunker attitude in me. That's one of my multi-personalities, I like to say. So yeah, as to you, Michelle, yes, there's tons of jobs. Go on Job Bank, put the Calgary, Edmonton. There's lots of camp jobs. Michelle, there's a good one for you. Camp jobs. You'll like the camp jobs because, one, you're on camp, or you either can clean, cook. I don't know what your specialties are, but they pay a lot, and you save a lot of money because you're not paying rent. You understand? So there's the camp jobs that you can do. down here in Alberta, but there's tons of jobs for people, to be honest with you. All right. This, because I usually start off with the boring stuff, which talk about Canada, but check this out, because believe it or not, guys, I'm actually going to do exactly what this person's going to do, because I actually was pretty funny. I actually told my girlfriend, I said, you know what? I put out over 300 resumes, and this is the honest goodness truth, man. I put out over 300 resumes. I got a college diploma. I got a university degree. I've got owned 3 businesses, multi-million-dollar businesses. I've got lots of experience with management, everything you can imagine. And I only had a couple interviews. I got ran out by one interview because they found out about my podcasts and all that stuff, which I don't care. But check this guy out, because it's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it live to prove this point. Check this out.
I've applied for over 300 jobs. Not a single callback. Nothing. So what I decided to do on Monday is, this is now Tuesday, what I decided to do yesterday was make a fake resume and change my last name to Singh, different email address, different job qualifications, but all in the same line, same everything. And I've gotten 3 emails in 24 hours.
See that? So when he was, as a Canadian, he put over 300 resumes, never got a call. All of a sudden, he switched his name and put Singh at the back of it with the same stuff. And he got, like he said, he got 3 phone calls in the past 24 hours. And I'm going to exactly what I'm saying. I'm going to do it. I'm going to change a resume. I'm going to make a mock resume. I'm going to change the name. I'm going to fake a couple things in there, and I'm going to do it live to show you people that I'm sending these resumes out online. I'm going to have to do a couple of things, because doing things online is a little bit different. And I'm going to send them out, and I'm going to do it live of getting phone calls or emails back, email back. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to prove it. All right. I'm going to prove that it's completely true. And I'm going to put it all over social media to show everybody. Let's say Curly says, my son has applied and went to interviews, etc. for the last 3.5 years. He was told, we don't hire your kind or not looking for your type. And most of the time, they don't even want to know anything as soon as he walks in the door. I mean, that's completely true. I don't care what anybody says. Why isn't anyone screaming about these data centers that are going up everywhere? I mean, everyone is screaming, Lori. That's the problem. We are screaming. The problem is it's not the screaming part. Is why aren't people getting together and doing something about it? Like, nothing has been put up yet. But what is the biggest thing with these data centers? Because there's always something nefarious. And there's like data centers going up in the States that are like 600 acres big. Like, we're talking huge data centers. So for me, I personally think they're going to go up in smoke. I think people are just going to wait till they're built before they start burning them down. That's my personal belief. But not too many people know exactly what these data centers are really out there. Like, I'm a big conspirator. Don't get me wrong. Conspirator, truther. And I can't tell you what exactly these data centers are really for. We are getting 2 big ones in Hamilton. See, I don't know. I didn't do the big dive into the data centers. All I know is when I find out more information about what they really are, because I know it's going to be something nefarious, then you can guarantee when I start throwing things out and the other podcasters start throwing things out about these data centers, then you can bet that stuff are going to happen to them, either being burnt down. Either way, something will happen to them. Because you know what? I'm still surprised that people haven't burnt down the 5G center, the 5G towers. So how are those things still up? That is something I don't know. All right. If you really want to know, why worry about the data centers and why people are not screaming at them? Because at the end of the day, these 5G towers should be being all burnt down at the same time. All right. let's what part is this, guys? Because I'm all over the place when it comes to showing you guys this. I didn't even put it together, but check this out. If Ron, you're watching this, Ron from the Winnipeg area, I don't even know if Ron's watching. If he is, because I didn't see his popped up. This this one's in your neck of woods in Winnipeg, guys. Check this out.
'Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is my land. This is what we prayed for, and this is God's plan. This is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. You won't understand. This is my country. This is who I am. This is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house.
Yeah, so believe it or not, those are Indigenous people. I don't know if you guys could see, because if you're watching me on your cell phone, you really can't see their faces, but they're natives, the Canadian natives. Thank God we give these people billions and billions of dollars a year. I've got something that I'm going to put on my wall tomorrow that's going to make people laugh about. You'll see anyway. I forgot to share it today, but it's kind of is a truth meme about natives, about how they respect Mother Nature. It's a perfect meme for exactly to show people, I guess you could say. But you can't get. It's pretty funny. You'll just have to check tomorrow's meme of when I share it. I'm hoping I'll remember it. All right. I've got videos, but I didn't mark them down. But check this out for the. Oh Jesus! It's already. Oh my God! It's already 9:37. Time is flying, guys, and I didn't really get to anything. All right, check this out. Anyway, I'm gonna go through these pictures. All right, so all you guys need to know is goodbye to Keir Starmer in London, because he's completely done now. You see the other fools, of course, Mark Carney and the other fool Macron. Those people are already gone. I don't care what anybody says. Macron, I've already showed many videos and proof that Macron's already been dealt with a while ago. I've already shared too also with Carney. That's not even the real Carney. And I've already shared the proof of that. This is the thing with the one of the thing with Indigenous, in case if people didn't know. Fun facts about stolen land, okay? Stolen tribal land. So the Sioux or Sioux took the land from the Cheyenne, who took it from the Corona, who I can't even pronounce these words, who took it from the Panawana, who took it from the I can't see that Crowan. Who took it from the Alca or whatever. The victors not only take the land, but they enslave their enemies. I mean, whose land is it again? I mean, and this is all true facts, by the way. I mean, these people were killing each other, and when we came to settle, we pretty much took them out and made a deal. Hey, we won't kill the rest of yous, but we're going to sign this treaty where you stay on we'll give you this piece of land, even though we pretty much won the war, because that's what wars are all about fighting for land, right? But I don't recall us having to pay billions of dollars every year. That is a whole money laundering thing that the government has been doing for many years. And you'll like this one too, guys. Arrested for attempting to rape a 14-year-old. According to Sharia law, he says, raping a non-Muslim girl is legal. I only follow Allah and Sharia law. All right. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. And when people say that Muslims are good people and stuff like that, you people don't even understand the whole factor of what these people are. They're not good people. I don't care what anybody says, but they're not good people, and they never were and never are good people. And I seen a video someone sent or shared, and they said, check this guy out. He's in Montreal, 2 Muslim Packies, I guess you could call them, and they were put in for the Montreal Buffalo game. They were filling up a pod hole and saying something that they support Montreal Habs and stuff like that. And people are like, these are the immigrants we need in Canada. And I'm like, are you guys retards? Don't you know in the Quran it says to trick the infidels to gain their confidence and trick the infidels? It's literally written in their Quran, their Bible, to trick the infidels. I mean, I don't care what anybody says, but don't be so gullible and dumb, because they're all the same. They really are. Like that video I showed you guys with the admiral that retired, saying there's no such thing as extremists, as Islamists, extreme Islam. They're all the same. He said, no matter what level you put them at, they're all the same. There's no such thing as extremists. They're all the same. It's just some tend to be more crazier, but they all have the same agenda. So with that being said, let me share some more videos, guys. I want to share a video because I said I was going to share it the last time. People ask me about the mark of the beast, and that we're all getting the mark of the beast, and it's in the Bible and stuff like that. For the people that are vaccinated, and I don't want to shit on you guys, because I think you've been shit on, especially the people that are awake. Check this out, because this is kind of, you can call it a coincidence, call it whatever you want, but there's no such thing as coincidence anymore. It's a 4-minute video. Enjoy.
So you're still skeptical if the jab is the mark of the beast, right? The snake bite. Well, let me explain. Your DNA is a double helix. You have 72,000 strands on each side of the DNA helix, X and Y, one from your mom, one from your dad. If you do 72,000 times 2, you get 144,000, correct? But the minute you put this jab inside of you, there's this thing called RNA, which goes inside your DNA. That is the third strand. It's a synthetic strand of another 72,000. So now you have a triple helix, right? You do 72,000 times 3 strands now, you get 216,000. Now check this out. Look what it says in Revelation chapter 13, verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. For it is the number of a man. His number is 666. So you times 600 times 60 times 6. And guess what you get? 216,000. Now, you ever heard about the number 666? If you times 6 times 6 times 6, you get 216. The people who took this jab no longer have a double helix, but a triple helix. Let's look at this even deeper. It's no longer God's name inside your DNA, but you've been branded by the enemy, and now you belong to Satan. Therefore, Satan's judgment, along with the angels, is a lake of fire. And because those who were marked took it, they're also going to the same place as Satan and the false prophet and the Antichrist. Another thing I find interesting is that the book of Genesis, the word Genesis, if you take out just a few letters, it says genes, which means Satan has always wanted to do something where he would change the genes of the human race so that they would belong to him and go down with him to the lake of fire. Yeah, we're in the days of Noah, guys. Time's running out. Now, there's one more thing I want to show you. Isn't it interesting that Queen Elizabeth attended this event where she pushed this button, and there's this triple helix on the ground that lights up, and it goes to this tree. That's showing you that they're all in on it, and that we are back at the Garden of Eden when Satan deceived Adam and Eve into eating the forbidden fruit.
So I hope you enjoyed that video. Could it be just a BS video? But I mean, there was a lot of thought, a lot of examples, a lot of research in that video. So to me, could be nothing, could be a nothing burger, but you always have to take the blinders off and look at everything and see, because that's kind of weird how she just touched that button and the whole lights for the genes that look like genes, the gene pattern anyway, kind of lit up. So at least he had a video to follow up with the lizard herself. So yeah, I just find it weird, guys. Here's another video, and I'm trying to remember what video it is. To be honest with you, it's 2 minutes long. I think I want to use this as an intro tonight, and I can't remember why I got it. But yeah, I'm going to play it anyway because I can't remember what it is, but I know it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. But I thought it was pretty interesting. Check this out.
Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about when I say something is overshadowing us. Listen to what I'm going to tell you. It has to do a situation with Abraham Lincoln and John Kennedy. Abraham Lincoln was elected to Congress in 1846. John Kennedy was elected to Congress 1946. Abraham Lincoln was elected president in 1860. John F. Kennedy was elected president 1960. The names Lincoln and Kennedy each contain 7 letters. Both presidents were particularly concerned with civil rights. Both wives of both presidents lost children while living in the White House. Both presidents were shot on a Friday. Both presidents were shot in the head. President Lincoln's secretary was named Miss Kennedy. Kennedy's secretary was named Miss Lincoln. Both were assassinated by Southerners. Both were succeeded by Southerners. Both successors to both presidents were both named Johnson. Andrew Johnson, who succeeded Lincoln, was born in 1808. Lyndon Johnson, who succeeded Kennedy, was born in 1908. John Wilkes Booth, who assassinated Lincoln, was born in 1839. Lee Harvey Oswald, 3 names, Lee Harvey Oswald, who was said to have assassinated Kennedy, was born in 1939, exactly 100 years apart. Both assassins were known by their 3 names. Both names are comprised of 15 letters. Lincoln was shot at a theater called Ford. Kennedy was shot in a car made by Ford called Lincoln. John Wilkes Booth ran from a theater and was caught in a warehouse. Oswald ran from a warehouse and was caught in a theater. Both Oswald and Booth were assassinated before they could go to trial. All of these coincidences are not coincidences.
So yeah, since we were speaking on coincidence, that's the video. I shared something similar to that a long time ago, but there's some of you people that didn't know that information. Call it a coincidence? I mean, that would be insanely impossible. All right. I mean, every single thing that he mentioned is completely the truth because I did the little research myself. So, I mean, there's a lot of thinking that went into that little scenario, which doesn't shock me. It just, nothing happens in today's world with being a coincidence. The sad part, guys, about what's happening in the world today is I don't believe it's the, how that guy was saying, it's the end of the world kind of thing and the beginning of, the Noah's Ark with the flooding and stuff like that. I do believe that we are in the coming days with awakenings, with exposure, with the corruption, with the evilness. I do believe we're in war with Satan himself. That's my belief, and I know it's a fact because If the good weren't fighting right now, we wouldn't know all this information that's being shared on a daily basis. And you're not getting this information from the news, obviously, because it's Satan, evilness, obviously money. But I do believe, I honestly do 100%, not 99, but 100% believe that we are in the days of the awakening, not the final days of the whole world's going to end. But there is going to be a huge, huge increase of death. That's inevitable. Just my family alone, with the new member that's got stage 4 with less than a month, will be 35 members of my family alone all vaccinated, which doesn't make no sense. I thought they were smarter than that. That are died of some kind of turbo cancer, here today, kind of gone tomorrow. Pretty much everyone I know that are vaccinated are being sick. And I get an average a day. I get an average about 5 to 7 messages, an average a day, on people that are either vaccinated or know someone that is vaccinated that needs help. And that's a day with me only. So I try to do my best to help them. Of course, my first questions are always, are they vaccinated? And if they're vaccinated, ivermectin, fenbenzol will help them, but they need to do something else for this protocol before we get to the second thing. So it's, this is the year, because I told people the vaccinations, depending how many you have taken, is between 3 and 5 years. This is why we're seeing this whole fake hantavirus, because they're trying to pump up those boosters to get you to get the cycle going again for the people that it's not working in them. And now they got the Ebola virus that came out with the WHO, which doesn't exist anyway, because that's been taken out. I've told that people for a couple of years. WHO doesn't exist. That's already been taken out by Donald Trump a few years ago. And I already reported that and shown that it was defunded, along with the WEF was defunded, and and all that stuff. I already proved my point with that a long time ago, 2 years ago, that they've been defunded and they don't exist. But the story has to play out anyway for people to know how corrupt and evil they really are. But you can't, what people don't understand is you can't go out and tell them the truth. Can you imagine telling 7.9 billion people, oh, by the way, the WHO were being paid by the 13 bloodline families, and their mission was to depopulate the world with 500 million people. And yes, I know it's sitting on the Georgia guidelines, the Guidestones, sorry, that were completely, what's the word I'm looking for, demolished by a lightning bolt, which is the funniest thing I've heard in 2022. Remember that? The Georgia Guidestones. And all of a sudden, goodbye to the Georgia Guidestones, because in there had their plan, their 10 scriptures, I guess you could say, and one of them was to bring the population down to 500 million. Now, someone mentioned water with the whole data centers and stuff like that. I've got a video that I'm going to share probably tomorrow of the WEF of before, once upon a time, that literally said that the people that are not vaccinated, they're going to get you. And they're going to get you by water, because they know you have to drink water. All right. They said it. She says it. No matter what, you have to drink water. We already found out that Bill Gates, who is no longer with us since 2012, and Coca-Cola made a deal where they've been putting nanoparticles in their Coca-Cola products. That's been going on since 2018. I've already showed people those reports. Even though we're not vaccinated, we're still being exposed to nanoparticles, obviously, on our food, on our waters. And the video actually says too, and I sent the video to my girlfriend of this doctor, and he said to stop a couple things, 3 things. And he personally said, make sure if you want to stay healthy, because they're attacking the waters, is to make sure you get yourself a reverse osmosis water filter system. And I just went, wow. something I've been preaching to the people since 2006. And trust me, since 2006, the doctor came out and literally said, stay away from this, stay away from that, and make sure to get reverse osmosis waters and never, ever, ever drink tap water, was his exact words. And to me, it was like, wow, talk about something I've been saying for the past 20 exact years about why everyone should be worried about their water. And this person from the Davos committee literally is on video. And I got the video saying that they're going to come after you and they're going to do it in the water. And reverse osmosis is the only machine out there that will take out anything when it comes to nanoparticles, spike protein, anything that they try to put in the water. It's the only filtration that they can't bypass, which I've been telling people. And I know people are kind of like, I know people are not, drinking. You shouldn't be drinking tap water. If you're drinking tap water, then you're just completely insane at this point. And that is a complete fact. Well, Jeff, I drink bottled water. Well, yeah, I own a plastic bottled water company in St. John, which I'm not proud of, but someone's got to get their water somewhere from, our filtration system, which is reverse osmosis. But the problem is you're drinking bottled water, which is in a plastic bottle that's full of BPAs that, depending on how long that water stays in that bottle, over months at a time, it eats up the plastic and the chemicals in that bottle, and it enters your blood system, which is BPA. And I recommend you guys look up what BPA stands for. All right, and you'll see for yourself. But anyway, I thought that video was amazing. I had to save it because I'll show people the video so they'll understand that they're coming at. Oh, actually, here, I'll give it to you guys now. Check this out. It's 49 seconds. I didn't know I saved it for you guys, but check this out.
Did we solve that? Like, did we actually manage to vaccinate everyone in the world? No. So highlighting water as a global commons and what it means to work together and see it both out of that kind of global commons perspective, but also the self-interest perspective, because it does have that parallel. It's not only important, but it's also important because we haven't managed to solve those problems which had similar attributes. And water is something that people understand. Climate change is a bit abstract. Some people understand it really well. Some understand it a bit. Some just don't understand it. Water, every kid knows how important it is to have water. When you're playing football and you're thirsty, you need water. So there's also something about really getting citizen engagement around this and really, in some ways, experimenting with this notion of the common good. Can we actually deliver this time in ways that we have failed miserably?
You heard her. I mean, you can't get any more clearer than what she just said. They're going to come after, and they've been putting stuff in the water for probably the past 2-3 years, besides the whole fluoride and chlorine. But now she literally said people that are dumb, that she considers dumb, which we consider common sense, is they're going to get to you, and they're going to get it through the water system, just to let you guys know. So all those tests that I've been doing in the past year, especially in the past year, trying to go, what the hell is in this water that I've never seen before? Now I understand that these towns are literally putting stuff in the water that I've never seen before, especially like places like PEI and Shediac, and now in Dieppe that I noticed the last time when I tested the water. So now I understand that they're sending these chemicals specifically with other stuff in the water plants, putting these chemicals in the water besides the other stuff that they were putting in, just to let you guys know. Not to scare you guys, but I'm just letting you know. You've seen the video. I don't make this shit up. I've been saying this since 2006, but now they're literally telling you they're coming after you, the people that are unvaccinated, by putting stuff in your water. I've got that video. I'm going to be sharing it with people. This is why I've been telling everyone to protect themselves and make sure that everyone gets a reverse osmosis machine, because our body consists of 72% of water. You need water to survive. I mean, you can survive without food for 28 days. You only can survive 3 days without water or liquids, but water. Let that kick into you. And they're smart, because they got at the food. Now they're getting at the water. Not only did they dumb you down with the fluoride and the chlorine in the water to destroy your pineal gland, so it'll make you dumb enough, but now they're literally going to put the vaccines in the water. And don't get me wrong. I mean, it's going to be a lot of stuff. I mean, water is huge. I mean, there's a huge amount. So I don't know how they're going to plan on doing this great number of putting these vaccines in the water, but I can guarantee that they're going to do it. As for where, how, and when, that's the question. That's the $1 million question I can't answer. So anyway, guys, thank you for coming out. We're going to see you guys back Thursday. This hour went really fast. Happy holidays. I'm not even going to mention the lizard's name for Victoria Day. I don't believe in that. I'd just say happy holiday for every truther out there in common sense. We don't worship the devil. We don't worship lizard people. I love you guys all. Thank you once again. And like Don Cherry says, you people hold that line. And we'll see you guys back Thursday night, same time, same place, same channel. And like I said, I hope people learned a few things tonight. And I hope you guys are well aware of it will get better. And don't worry, stay positive. Because the whole point of all of this is fear-mongering, is to put our immunities at the lowest it can be, which is stress. Once you're stressed, it's the number one killer in the body is stress. It literally destroys your immune system. So stay positive as much as you can. Trust me when I say good things are coming. You just got to wait it out. Like I said, it's called a Great Awakening for a reason. Anyway, I love you guys all. Take care, and we'll see you guys back Thursday.
Miss out. Bringing you the real truth, exposed. The Canadian Dawn is digging deeper, asking what others won't, and broadcasting it uncensored. For real. Join the conversation live with facts you can see and voices you can trust. Subscribe today.